All right, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so I've been doing keto for about 8 months now, maybe something like 8 months.
Since May.
Yeah, since May. Okay, since May. And so I have lost a little over 40 pounds, and I've been keeping it off and doing pretty good at it. So a friend of mine is also doing keto. A couple friends of mine are doing keto diet. So just made a comment on her post this morning about sharing ideas. So I'm going to go over a little bit about a dessert that I like to make, because everybody thinks it's just like, bad misconception with keto about just shoving as much meat and cheese in your face. And that's really not the true, that's not the best way to do that diet. That's like the old Atkins diet. So remember, fats are key. You want to get a higher ratio of fats over protein. So eating all the meat in the world that's not keto. So yeah. So I'm going to show you a little bit about dark chocolate, because dark chocolate or cacao is what you want to go for. So I can do some more videos if other people want to see, if you guys want to see other videos on stuff that I've done. So I will go into it here and show you a little bit about the differences in chocolates, because chocolate, dark chocolate, 100% dark chocolate or baking chocolate is really good for you, and then you can turn it into a quick treat, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So, all right. Okay, so on my table here, I've got two different options for you to see as far as, and this is what I want to show people. You got to watch out when you see dark chocolate, because dark chocolate in and of itself does not mean it's keto friendly. This right here is what I use. I get this at Trader Joe's. It says it's 100% cacao solids, dark chocolate, absolute black with cacao nibs. It's like little, it's like, not like, anyway, it's just like a little chunk of chocolate in there, so it's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn these over, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you look at the Ghirardelli bar, and these are both the same ounces, it's just this one's thicker, and this one's wider and thinner. I know, I said thicker. Okay, look. So there's 2.5 servings in this. So each serving contains 21 grams of carbohydrates. It's got 15 grams of sugar. It's got 3 grams of dietary fiber, which is good. But in the end, that's the killer right there. That's like my whole day's carb intake for one serving. So not the whole bar, but one serving. So let's go over here and look at this one. Look at the difference. You got 6 grams of carbs. 0 sugar, and that's what you want. And even better is if you look at the dietary fiber, you got 4 grams. So if you eat one serving of this, which is a quarter of the bar, truly, if you subtract that dietary fiber from the total carb, you're only left with 2 grams of carbs that's going to affect your insulin levels or your blood sugar level. But when you're on keto, you still want to count the total. So just always stick with that total. But you look at that and you know you can really enjoy this serving and not truly be affected too much by that sugar that's in there. So this is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a portion of this bar, and we're going to melt it down with a little bit of stevia and some butter, and then we're going to add some raspberries. So if you do a little research on keto, you'll find that like strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are really good. They're really low in their sugar content, and so what you do is you can eat about a quarter cup. I think a quarter cup of blackberries or a quarter cup of raspberries will give you about 4 grams of carbs, I think. And I got to look at that, but it's right around in there. So if I do the dessert like I'm going to do it, I'm going to probably use about 1/8 of a cup, so just a few berries. And we're going to add it to this chocolate once I melt it down, and add in the stevia, because it's bitter. And so the stevia, you can add some stevia to this and sweeten it up. So you get the deliciousness of the chocolate once it's sweetened up, and you're pretty guilt-free on this because you don't have a lot of carbs. So I'll show you what we're going to do next. So okay, so here's some of the ingredients. Using stevia. This is not the best brand of stevia. There's some other stuff out there, but I got this. It was pretty cheap. You can also get what's called a monk fruit sweetener. It's made from monk fruit, and it's really, really good, and I'm going to order some of that because I really want to try it. But this works good. I'll turn the bag around. We look right down there. Total carbohydrates less than 1 gram, and that's per teaspoon. And that's what I used. TSP is teaspoon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so less than 1 gram, and that's what I got in there now. So I just put that in there already. Here's the chocolate, but I have it portioned out already in a bag from another bar that I cut up. And so that's the portion we're going to use. We're going to use a tablespoon of butter, and we're going to use raspberries. And I'm only going to probably put 3 or 4 raspberries in there, and like I said, you could go up to a 1/4 cup. But if I go with a 1/4 cup of raspberries and the chocolate, now I'm going to get up around about 8 grams of carbs for the whole little dish, and I don't want to go that high. So I'm only going to add a couple berries just for taste, and it just kind of makes it better. So I could forego either one. So like tomorrow night, if I wanted to do a dessert, I could just do some raspberries, no chocolate. And you can also take heavy cream, whip it up, and add a little stevia in it, and then put your berries in there, and it's like having berries and cream. And that's another one that's pretty guilt-free too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all in the little dish here, and we're going to just microwave it, melt it down, and then add the berries, and I'm going to enjoy it. So remember, it's all about the fats. So like someone's going to go, wow, you're going to eat a tablespoon of butter, but this is good. I mean, butter's our friend on keto. So I will put this all together and then show you what I got. Okay, so here we are. So here's our melted down chocolate. Just a little chunk of chocolate in there. And yeah, so 1/4 cup of raspberries, you're going to have about 4 grams of carbs. So we got about, what did I say we have? We're at 6 with the chocolate, and if I used a whole 1/4 cup, I'd be up around 10 grams of carbs for this dessert. And I really don't want to do that because I try to limit full meals to even that amount. So I'm only going to add a couple berries in there. So we're only going to put in, like I said, we'll put, how about 4? We'll put 4 berries in. Just going to mix that around in the chocolate, and this will be my little dessert snack for tonight. Let me get a better focus on that. So yeah, just a quick and simple keto-friendly dessert. And it's really good because the stevia really sweetens it up. So here you go, guys. If you're interested in keto, look into it. I follow Thomas DeLauer on Facebook. Gets a lot of good information. So, and there's just a lot of stuff out there. But yeah, this is a really good, fun, easy to make, and it's pretty darn good. And you could do this just about any time you want. So you could add a little bit more to it and kind of make a meal out of it, but I don't really do that. So ketos will actually really help me do portion control, because you're eating a lot more calorically dense food because of the fats. So you don't eat a whole lot. You don't need to eat a whole lot of it. And so like even when I do a dish like this, I'm still getting a really high fat content because of the butter and the chocolate, low protein, and that's what you want. I get protein in with, like salmon or sardines or chicken or, steak. We'll do steak quite often. So anyway, I will sign out for now. And if you guys want to see more stuff that I do with the keto diet, and if you have any questions, then hit me up. I'd like to help you out. No problem. Thank you. Bye.